Look, happy holidays, Raider Nation nationwide.
Let's go.
Get some.
Raider! Hell yeah. Yeah, barbecued up some tri-tip, man. Made some tri-tip tacos. If we go to other states, they don't even know what fucking tri-tip is, bro. Oh, they got a Chiefs guy up there? What the fuck? Fuck you, fucking Kansas City. That's right, let's go. Fucking Raider Nation all day, man. All fucking day. That's right. Raiders! Super Bowl douchebags. Oh, God. They're going to pull out the Super Bowl trophy? What a bunch of fucking douchebags, dude. Raiders! Fucking piece of shit. Has this ever happened? I mean, has any team ever pulled out their fucking Super Bowl? I mean, should we like pull out our fucking Super Bowl from trophies from fucking fuck you, fucking queefs? Why do they even have fucking these guys up here? We've just turned into a clown show, Raider Nation. Raiders! We just turned into a fucking queef clown show. Good, get those douchebags out of here. Why would anybody want to fucking see that shit? Like, I looked at it and I thought I was going to have to shit out some blood, some fucking ketchup or something. Patrick Mahomes and his fucking mullet. Raiders! Mohawk mullet. Another bandwagon franchise fan base, just like them Patriot fans. All right, let's go. Raiders! Yo, Raider Nation, what's going on? We got a special show planned for you guys this evening. Ain't done a show in a minute. Had to deal with the flu. Been working a lot, but got some special people up in here. It's going to be a special show, guys. So you guys all know it's all about the Raider Nation and the family, right? Well, tonight's show, I think, should implement what it means to the Raider Nation and what it means to be for us to be family. So I'm going to pull up my homie Raider Critique in here, as you guys, I'm sure, all know. And then backstage, we got the one and the only Israel, who's the cousin of Fargo Raider, who unfortunately Fargo Raider recently passed away. And, you know, so we're going to chop it up with him. And there is going to be some stuff we're going to talk about, some donation stuff. If you guys know me, never once have I ever asked anybody for money on this show. Never once. Not one time have I ever asked for a donation, nor have I ever made money off of YouTube or anything. But tonight's going to be different because we got to do something to take care of one of ours, and that's here in the Raider Nation family. But Israel, how you doing, brother? I'm sure you're not doing great, but I know you're part of the Raider Nation, man. You bleed silver and black like all of us, so I appreciate you coming on here and chopping it up with us, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Like I said, the only reason I'm here is because of my cousin, man. He was a diehard Raider fan, and he used to always talk about how he had all this Raider Nation family throughout the country. He always tell me all about all this stuff, and that's the only reason I'm here, to be honest. Like, honestly, like I told you earlier, I'm planning on paying for the funeral. I didn't even plan on doing a GoFundMe, anything. I told his mom I got him, he's family, and the hard times you're there for your family. But I got a bunch of calls today from all over the country. I got calls from Chicago, Florida, Texas, Cali, Vegas, and they're all like, "We knew Fargo Raider. We knew all this stuff." He's like, "How can we help you? How can we help them?" I'm like, I didn't know what to do. They're like, "Start GoFundMe," and I'm like, "You guys asked for it. That's the only reason I'm doing it here." And like I'll say, all the money that I collect is gonna go straight to his funeral expenses, and whatever's left over. Me and my friend already said we're gonna open a bank account and put it under his boy's name. So once they turn 18, whatever money we saved up is gonna go straight to them.
Hell yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, appreciate you guys, man. I know I ain't gone live in a minute, so some people probably aren't going to be able to see this till later. But all right, here's the deal, man. Kind of give you my background a little bit here, and we will talk about some Raiders as well. But I'm a diehard hardcore listener of the Raider Nation radio show. I did have a little beef with some of the stuff going on earlier this season, but that was mainly because of the previous coach. We got rid of the cancer, and so I've squashed some of that beef, that some issues I had, but I bleed silver and black. So I love listening to Raider content, chopping up, talking Raiders, right? A lot of times I don't have time to do a show, I want to, but with work and stuff, it's just hard. So I'll call into the radio show and I'll give a 1-2 minute little spiel. That's my way I can support the Raiders, right? So someone that would call into the Raiders show a lot to all the whether it was JT the Brick, Q, or the morning show, Fargo Raider would call in, and he always had some great takes on the Raiders. Super positive guy. I mean, to the point where like there's times where I was pissed off at this team, and like Fargo Raider made me feel like he lifted me up, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm like pissed off at this team. And he was just a funny dude, man. He'd call in, and he just always had something fucking funny to say, bring a smile to my face, dude. And where I'm like wanting to rip the team, I'm pissed off, and like I'd hear Fargo Raider, I'm like, you know what? Like he's a good level-headed dude, man. And so I'll be honest, I didn't know him personally, but I was listening to the radio show today, and I'd overheard one of the other callers say something about Fargo Raider passing away, and it blew my mind. I'm like, what, dude? And so I went on his Twitter, because they're like, I wanted to see what was going on, make sure like, I was hearing stuff correctly. And then I found out the dude is from the 805 Santa Maria, which is about 45 minutes south of where I lived, in A-Town. We always called it A-Town. So if you don't know, I'm from the Central Coast, the Atascadero, and Atascadero, Paso Robles area. And, that was my stomping ground. So, I had some friends from Santa Maria, but all that Central Coast area is the 805. So, that's why, tribute to the 805 right here, drinking my beer, and want to do a show where hopefully we can pull some guys together, and if we can, pull some donations together for Fargo Raider. And I know you guys may not know Fargo Raider, right? I didn't know him personally, but to me, here's how I look at it, guys. If I were to pass away, right? I don't have much family and stuff besides like this in the Raider Nation. I would hope you guys would find it in your hearts to do something for me to take care of my boys and my family. And when you go and you look at Fargo Raiders Twitter, you're going to see something that hopefully should hit home. And unfortunately, the passing of Fargo Raider left behind 3 beautiful boys right there. 3 guys that are going to be, that breaks my heart right before Christmas. I mean, anytime this would happen would be terrible. I lost my father when I was younger, and it really impacted me. And so I just felt in my heart that we need to do something to try to help out Fargo Raider and his family. So if you guys could, I'll show a picture here of Fargo Raider, and I'll read this to you guys. I found out that our brother Fargo Raider has passed away. I wanted to confirm with his family first before I shared, and I just got confirmation. Are in the process of trying to get the specifics for his funeral arrangements. Truly devastated right now for our brother Fargo. And it is, guys, it really, this is very, very sad, dude. And you know what? I get it, guys. You may not know him. People pass away all the time, but you guys could do your part. And whether it's $100, a couple $100, $500, you guys know, dude, I've been doing this for years. I've never asked anybody for money. If you guys could find it in your heart, whether you do $5, $10, $25, I don't care. If you guys could do something to help out, and I'm going to put the link in the chat here in a minute. And maybe Israel could tell us a little bit about his cousin, Fargo Raider. It would mean a lot to him. It would mean a lot to me and the Raider Nation family, that, we can, work together to help someone out in the nation, even if we never met the dude. I know a lot of people pass away in this life. It's the only given thing in this world that one day your number is going to be called. But as an Army combat veteran, I can tell you right now, my number should have been called numerous times. And so it's a blessing that we're all able to be here. And the way I look at it, if we could just, help this family out, and maybe help those 3 little boys out a little bit, maybe it helps them have a little bit better Christmas. I don't know what could even, help them and what they're going through, but anything that we can do, if you find it in your heart, if you guys could help them out, it would mean a lot. So I just want to kind of get that out of the way. And then Israel, I don't know anything you want to say. I'm gonna put this link in the chat here.
Like I said, man, the reason I'm here is because the Raider Nation family was a very big deal to him. Like he will call me all the time. He's like, "Yeah, I just got off the phone. I called the radio show, and he was just like you said earlier, man. Like sometimes I would be mad. Like 2 weeks ago when we went when we lost that game by 3 points against the Vikings, I took him out. I was with him. I took him out. It was his birthday weekend, so I'm like took him out of Buffalo Wild Wings, bought him a beer, bought him some wings, and it was awful watching that game, right? And I remember just arguing with him. I'm like, bro, I'm like, Aiden sucks. I'll be honest. I'm like, he sucks. How can you not score one touchdown? Like, what's going on? He's like, bro, you forget he's a rookie. He's a rookie, and remember, he started halfway through the season, and like he started the season. I hate Jimmy G. I'll be honest. I hate Jimmy G.
Yeah,
And
me too, bro.
he hated Jimmy G. So it was like, bro, it was like, and sometimes I'll be like, bro, should have never got rid of Carr. And that was an argument, like, cause like, Carr was a love and hate relationship. Cause when he ran, but when he broke down. So I remember with him just arguing that game. We're at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, dude, what the hell's aiding on? What is he doing? Like, he's really like choking, man. And then he's like, he'll look at the side and he'll be like, look, bro, you got to realize he's a rookie. He's a rookie. No, and then look at the amazing game. At least he got to go to see. At least when he passed away, he saw one last game, and I want to say one of the greatest games the Raiders have ever played. 63 points. 63 points. And like we talked all the time. I talked to him the day before he passed away, and he had a big heart. If there's something about Josh, that was his real name. I don't know if you guys knew his name was Joshua Maldonado, but he had a huge heart. He had a huge heart. Like he was. It's very very hard finding someone who not with a caring heart and not selfish. If he had no money, no nothing, he will share the last piece of bread with you. He was a very kind-hearted person. Like I know a lot of people when they go, they talk all nice, but he really did care, and his life was his kids. He loved those kids. He really loved those kids, and that's what really breaks my heart, knowing that those kids, they're gonna grow up without him. But I promise you, I'm gonna take them to their first Raider game. That's for sure. I'm gonna take them to their first Raider game, and I'm gonna keep his legacy going. Like, what really sucks, and it sucks because like under my Christmas tree, I have his gift, and I bought him a badass fucking Raider jacket, a big old nice jacket. I'm like, it's cold weather here. I'm like, you know what? If you knew Josh, the only thing he liked was the Raiders, so it had to be a Raiders jacket. So I got him a Raiders jacket, and it sucks because like I woke up yesterday, and what game was it? The game, I think against the Chiefs. He was all mad that we lost to the Chiefs. Like he took his jersey all mad, and he just threw it in my house. And I woke up 2 days ago, and I had his jersey hanging in there, and I'm like, damn, bro, like you left like this. One of the things I have here, and I'm always gonna keep that jersey because it's gonna remember me. And it sucks. It sucks because like if you knew him, his thing was his kids, his work, being an electrician. He used to call it Sparky and the Raiders. That's all. Like even though when he lived in Fargo, we'd be texting back and forth, arguing. I'm like, bro, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like for the longest, we didn't have a defense. We had an offense, but we didn't have a defense. And now this year we have a defense, but we're struggling with our offense. And it's crazy because we would go back and forth that's all we talked. Literally half the stuff we talked was about football. And then he would tell me how he had this family. He was, yeah, they know me as Fargo Raider. They know me as Fargo Raider. And he's like, I'll be calling in like almost every morning, and I'll be putting my 2 cents. And he's like, he loved it. He honestly loved that. And when someone's passionate about something, like all you could do is respect the person, you know? And like he said, he was the type of person that as soon as he walked into the room, he would brighten up everybody. Like sometimes they say the people who are going through the hardest things, they try the hardest to make other people happy. And he was that person. He was that person. He was a love, caring person. Like if you would meet the guy, it would be hard to hate him because he was always cracking jokes. He was always the life of the party. Man, and if it came to the Raiders, he'll argue to you till you had no more breath. Like he wouldn't stop arguing. He would defend the Raiders till death. And man, what could I tell you about him, man? Like he's a great person, honestly, and the world lost. The world lost a great one, and the Raider Nation lost a real loyal fan. Yeah, and honestly, I appreciate everybody that called me because, like I said earlier, I wasn't planning on making a GoFundMe. Like I'm like if you knew him, he was very. He didn't want that. He didn't want that. I'm like, I told his mom, I'm gonna pay for everything, but you guys, Raider Nation, reached out. Like honestly, I respect you guys for that because I was getting calls from all over the country saying I didn't know him or I met him in Vegas. This. They were telling me all kinds of stuff, and it's like it hit home, and it's like everybody, how could we help? How could we help? And I'm like, because you guys asked, that's the only reason I made a GoFund. Or
Yeah,
else, honestly,
I'm glad you did. Don't feel I'm like you. I'm like too proud to ask for help, man. But like
yeah,
this is something, man, dude. Like those kids, bro. Like you know what I mean. We gotta do something to try to help those kids, man. I'm gonna do everything I can. When we get done here with my donation, dude. But you guys, if you're just tuning in, one of the Raider
Definitely being
Nation.
a family man myself, my brother, I feel for you and your family, and I hope and I pray that you're all able to cope with it as well as possible, especially with it being so sudden, and especially for those boys, those 3 kids that he left behind, those future Raiders that are now pretty much left to you, my friend, to go ahead and raise as Raiders, because I'm pretty sure that's would be exactly what he wanted. Now, what I knew of him was pretty much the same thing Hardcore knew about him. We would hear him call into the show sometimes on Locked On Raiders. And, to be honest with you, he was always very respectful. When we would see him come into the chats of our fellow other Raider brothers who would come out on here. And I mean, I know y'all have seen him in the chat. He was always respectful and always pretty much gung ho about this football team. Just like you said, would defend him till death. And you could tell that he's a Raider because, for one, family first. He's going to take care of them boys. That's exactly what he was destined to do. And he went out there and he was doing a dangerous electrician job to be able to do it. It's not like he was sitting around and just, he wasn't a deadbeat dad. He was a Raider. And he was one of us. It shows it all over his Facebook. He was out there exuberating what it was to be a Raider. Guy was a good dude. And if you can find it in your heart, and I'm going to do my part as well there. I was really entertained by this guy, and especially a lot of his phone calls. Most of the time when y'all would call in, besides Hardcore, this would be one of the only guys that would make sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably the only or one of the only Raider YouTubers that calls into the Raider Nation radio show, and I don't hide, I'm not hiding behind my name. There was one other guy that does YouTube stuff, but he was trying to promote his YouTube channel. It wasn't even like, you know what I mean? And I do that.
Right.
I do that because I can't, like I said, I can't always do a show and stuff, but we've gotten so much hate over the years. Like that's my way to give back or try to help support the Raiders. And we have a whole fucking Raider, radio show to support our fucking team, dude. When we were in the Bay, man, 98.7 the game or whatever. All they did was hate on the fucking Raiders, man. That's why I'm motivated. That's why I call into the fucking show, man.
I told you I lived in the Bay Area for 10 years, and that was that was the Niner Raider right there. They hated on the Raiders.
That's all they did. I used to call in.
I remember them ragging on the Raiders so damn much that I used to turn on Greg Papa and then watch it on the TV and have the commentators silenced and just listen to Papa on the radio. Call the game. Now, of course, it would be a little bit behind, but it was so much better to go through because at least you didn't have a bunch of commentators or, anybody else hating on us, man.
Oh, yeah.
I really stopped listening to the mainstream about it because I got tired. The reason why I got tired of the mainstream because I got tired of being lied to. And when you haul in onto the mainstream, they tell you some truth, but then they also lead you down, rabbit holes that don't fucking exist. And that's like the major problem I have with those shows. And they know I've got problems with it, old JT. You know, good old JT. Now I got mad respect for Q because at least Q tries to keep it real, but some of these other guys are just corporate shills, bro. And I don't mean to go off subject, but sometimes I don't know how you
I
guys
feel
can
you.
listen to that crap.
I just love my
dude.
Raiders so much, dude. I gotta
Why?
chime in a little bit, man, because when I can't go live on YouTube and shit. But want to give a quick shout out in the chat. We had Jimmy Guns, Milk a Beezy, Big Worm, JT Money, Cuban Raider, Rebel Raider. What up, Otis? See who else we got up in here. Raider Way, salute. Alexander, appreciate all you guys, and then we the people. You guys just tune in. We're trying to help out the cause for the passing of Fargo Raider. Right now, the page is at $2,000. Here's what I'm gonna tell you guys, man. We're gonna talk
Good
some
job,
Raiders.
guys.
Thank you.
Good job, nation.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you guys. So this is a break I bought, right? You guys know, some of you guys know I have like my own card channel where I collect Raider cards and I'll show it on there, the hardcore card collecting. This is a package that I bought for a break to try to get an autographed Raider jersey. And I have not opened it. I've waited to open this. And if we can get, whether it's today or if we got to do this another day, because I know it's Christmas time, dude. I know it's tough times. And again, I've never asked anybody for money in the 4 or 5 years I've done this. Never once have I ever asked anybody for anything. I'm not even asking for money. Anything. If someone wants to either buy this jersey outright, it's an autographed Davante Adams jersey. This isn't the one. I already have an autographed Davante Adams jersey that I traded a guy for. This is one that I won in a break, and I was waiting to open it on my other channel. But if we can get, I'd say like $300 for this thing. Say we get 6 people at $50 a pop, and I'll put all you guys like in a raffle. The winner will get this jersey. If we get 6 people at $50 a pop, that will be my donation. And I'm going to give my own personal donation as well. But this is my extra donation on top of whatever I can, spend, right now. So you guys tell me, you guys want an autographed Davante Adams jersey? Do you think we can get 6 people with $50? We don't get 6, we'll have to do it another day, because I know there's some people probably not ready to do this right now. Wasn't ready for me to go live, so I get it. But I wanted to go live to support Fargo Raider. And, this is a clean jersey, man. Clean Davante Adams autographed jersey. It's authentic. Got it in a break. I was excited, dude. I tell you, you don't know how much I spent to get this sucker? Over $300. I'll tell you that right now. To, buy it in the breaks, trying to get some Raider jerseys, man. I wanted an autographed, legit, awesome fucking jersey, man. And you guys, if we get some people to start donating, then we can do a raffle and someone will win this autographed Davante Adams jersey. But if we don't get the people right now, we're going to have to do another time. But it's up to you guys. You guys let me know in the chat. I know we ain't got a lot of people in here right now versus other times, but you guys let me know what you want to do. Let me know what you want to do. All right, we'll let that marinate. You guys want to talk some football here? Kind of brighten up the mood a little bit, and then we can maybe revisit this here in a little bit.
Absolutely.
Of course.
All right, so I want to get into coaching, right? There's been a lot of coaching rumors. Everything from Jim Harbaugh to John Gruden, Antonio Pierce. So I'm curious where you guys are at on the coaching realm of who's holding the reins for the Raiders now and who you want to hold the reins for the Raiders moving forward. I'm going to start with Raider critique. How do you think Antonio Pierce has done? And what would you think about a transition? I know we still have some games left to see, what Antonio Pierce does, but Raider critique, what are you thinking as far as how Antonio Pierce has done? And then some of these other coaching rumors. I know there's a lot more than Gruden and Harbaugh, Frank Smith, some other guys. But how are you feeling right now as far as the coach now and the coach of the future?
Do you know what I love about AP? It's that energy.
He yells Raiders after a Raider victory.
That energy, dude. That energy that he brings, the motivation that he brings to the team. You just see the players' faces light up every time they see him. standing in the hallway, high-fiving every single one of his players as they run out the tunnel. And then when they're out there, he is embracing every single one of them every time they do something very well. And he's making sure that he's, a motivational coach. Something that, like, especially at that level of the game, right? We all know they can do their job. Hello, they made it to the NFL. It's how you can get the best out of those players. Josh McDaniels didn't have a single solitary clue when it came to getting the best out of his players because he doesn't know people. Wasn't a good leader. Antonio Pierce, on the other hand, is one of us. And not only is he one of us, but the dude was I think he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He's definitely a Super Bowl winning linebacker.
And he beat the Patriots.
And he beat the Patriots. He did exactly what every single Raider has wanted to do ever since Tom Brady took over that football team. Was just beat the Patriots instead of getting screwed on a tuck rule. AP is, I believe, he was the best decision for the head coach. Now, maybe his record doesn't reflect it completely right now, but when was the last time that we saw this team bind together after losing 0-3, one of the most boring fucking football games I've ever watched in all of my life? Terrible on offense. To be able to bring those guys back together on a short week to come up and put up 63 points, a franchise record.
Well, and let's not forget, at least I don't mean this the wrong way, but
the rookie quarterback, hold on, I ain't done. Rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, rookie offensive coordinator. Yes, maybe against a very shitty Los Angeles Chargers team, but that very shitty Los Angeles Chargers team had the league leading sack leader on its defense in Khalil Mack. And we came in there with a makeshift offensive line, just pieced together and manhandled that I keep wanting to call them San Diego because they'll always be San Diego to me. But the fucking Chokers, they manhandled that Chokers defensive line. These guys played for AP, and they're even stating how much they're wanting to play for AP and why they're playing for him, because they want him to keep his job. They don't want another Rich Bisaccia moment. So why would I want to go with a Jim Harbaugh or a John Gruden?
Well, let's not forget that Fargo Raider witnessed probably the worst game in Raiders history, or one of them, 0-3, and then he left this earth and went to a better place to be home after the Raiders' greatest victory, or at least the highest scoring victory in our history, our highest points at 63. So he left on top, man. I mean, what about you, Israel? What do you think about this coaching staff, brother?
Bro, to be honest, AP's a G, man. And if you know a Raider fan, hey, we're not white collar people over here,
No.
We work, we grind, and he's a grinder. He's a grinder, and like you said, the atmosphere when he's on the field, his players are stretching. He's high-fiving the whole team. He gets every player stoked. Every player's ready. Like you said, they're really gonna go to war for him. Freaking McDaniels, we never had that. I don't think can't even motivate nobody for anything, honestly. Like, and then AP's energy is unmatched, to be honest. And then the beautiful thing is, he knows what he's saying because he's been through it. He's a player. Yeah. And he was the leader of that defense of the Giants. He was the leader of the defense, and he has that leadership skills, and that's something you can't buy. That's something, all the money you could have in the world, you can't do it. Like,
right.
And he has heart, and you beat black and silver. So when you beat black and silver, that's something extra. That's something extra. That's something, you could bring Jim Harbaugh, which he's a great coach, but he's not gonna bleed black and silver. And what's it called, like, all these coaches and stuff, like, I'll be honest, I'm tired of having different coaches. I think the last coach, Mark DeRill, wasn't doing that bad. Mark DeRill wasn't, but everybody was on the Chucky, and they want to bring Chucky back. But remember, Mark DeRios had a winning season. We went to the playoffs, but Carr got injured. You know, then we got Chucky, and then before what was it? Before it was Hugh, right? Hugh Jackson before Mark DeRio. So we
Before
gone
who?
through,
You're
right?
talking about Del Rio. It was Del Rio, and then before Del Rio was,
Hugh Jackson,
I
wasn't it?
want to say Hugh Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I want to say Hugh Jackson,
Yeah,
then Del
because
Rio, then Gruden,
yeah, because
and now
2011 is when Al
Big
Davis
Tum
passed
Dum,
away, and then
and then
Reggie
fucking
McKenzie.
AP.
Yeah, Reggie McKenzie took over and got rid of Hugh Jackson. Yeah,
like
but I
I
liked
give,
Hugh Jackson. I'll be honest, I liked Hugh Jackson, but
well,
Was I,
yeah,
bro? Hugh
like
Jackson was a Raider too, bro. Like he loved Al, and he loved what
Mhm.
Al stood for. I mean, he even states it to this day. I was watching Protect the Shield, his podcast, and he was talking to Hugh Jackson, bro. And Hugh Jackson, like that guy, he still would call Al coach because Al was the
oh,
mastermind behind it all.
if you want to
You
talk
know,
about coach, that's a beautiful thing of where I'm from. I'm from Santa Maria, and if you know the history right here, there's one big person that came out of Santa Maria, and that's Coach Madden.
oh, that's
Coach Ma-
right. Oh,
Coach
okay.
Madden came from Santa Maria. He came out from our local college, the community college. You know, he was a coach here. Then he moved to Cal Poly, which is down the street up
Yeah,
north,
so
30 minutes on this
well,
Obispo. And then
mhm,
he went to the Raiders, and he won us our first championship.
that's right. Slow Town 805.
You feel me?
yes, sir.
Yeah. My take on the coaching, you guys kind of I think hit it all in the head, man. I love Antonio Pierce. I have one critique that concerns me, but it doesn't mean it's a deal breaker for me. My main critique would be I would like for him to have a little more mentorship to be in this role, but it doesn't mean he can't do it or learn it. It might just be on the job training that's going to, take a little bit longer or go through some bumps and bruises, some speed bumps, maybe some roadblocks he's got to punch his way through or something, kind of thing. But I think he could do it, For me, a couple years ago, yeah, I wanted Jim Harbaugh. I thought it'd be a good fit. At this point, I don't want the dude. There's only two coaches that I would want to coach this Raiders team and possibly a third, but I don't even think the third one is a viable candidate in my opinion. But that would be one, Antonio Pierce is like my number one spot. I mean, we got to see what he does against the Chiefs in these last few games, but I definitely see stuff that in him, like you guys said, that motivation, that power. I mean, just to have a coach, if we could just have a coach that yells Raiders in the locker room after every win and start a tradition with that. I mean, I love that, man. I love hearing coach fucking yelling out Raiders and then everybody in the locker room yelling it out too. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up, if you know what I'm saying. So that's number one. And if that wasn't an option, then I would want to consider John Gruden. And it's weird for me and my thing for John Gruden. I might do a video on it later on. It's my infatuation with Gruden is not what most people is. Like mine is more of like a redemption kind of thing. But I'll just kind of leave it at that. But other than those two guys and maybe Frank Smith, but because I liked him as our tight end coach a few years back. But other than that, man, I don't want a lot of these other guys, man. They're not Raiders. We're not going to get that, Raiders that bleed silver and black. Antonio Pierce gets it, man. And, if we can have someone maybe helping him out, whether it's a Marvin Lewis or something like that, then I'm all for it, man. You know what I mean? I really think that he could be the guy and, relate with the player, relate to the players. You know what I mean? That's hard to do to relate to guys and get them motivated. That leadership that you guys were talking about, that's a hard trait. I mean, it's almost to the point where it's either you're a leader, either you're born to be a leader or you're not. And a guy like Antonio Pierce, you can tell he was born to be a leader, and that's hard to find. You know what I mean? Guys like Josh McDaniels, that's not a leader. He'll never be a leader.
Oh,
He might think he's a leader. He might be put in a leadership role, but it doesn't mean he was born to be a leader, and it doesn't mean he's a true leader. But Antonio Pierce, that's a true dog, like you guys said. So yeah,
Josh
cheers to
McDaniels
that.
is a snake, bro. No backbone.
Yeah. Oh
Bro,
man.
you
No
hear the
backbone whatsoever,
dude?
bro.
Hey,
Dude.
something I respect AP when he wanted to say to them, no, you guys have to have when he was trying to motivate the team. He's like, you got to beat it just like we beat the Patriots. What did freaking McDaniels go and fucking goes off on him? Don't ever talk about the Patriots, bro. You're in the Raiders locker room. That's the Raiders. We hate the Patriots. To this day, we'll never let the Tuck rule go. To this day,
That's
we
right.
got robbed. We got robbed.
Yeah, AP looked right at him and said, he might want to get the fuck out this room before you get beat up by about
Yep.
fucking 48 to 56 fucking
gonna-
mad motherfuckers wearing black.
Hey, I have both of you guys here. I'm gonna play a 15-second video. Okay, just 15 seconds. I want to get your reaction and see what you guys think of this. And I'll play it a second time if we need to. It's only 15 seconds.
Fucking
First
Boston.
question from a fan or PSL holder. The Tuck rule play.
Yep.
Was it a fumble? And keep up the great work, coach.
No question. It was a fumble. Is that to say anything else?
That's it. He's got the Raider gear on.
Did you guys believe him?
No. Not even a fucking minute, man.
Bro, you know what? He was. I hated the fucking shit that they used to say the Patriot way. Fuck the Patriot way. This is the Raider way. We're Raider Nation. Like, oh man, when we got him, I'll be honest. I was like, bro, Al Davis is fucking just.
Yeah,
Al Davis will never let the Patriot way.
I
Nope.
agree. Yep.
Like I was
already knew the
mad.
egg
I
when we
was,
got him. I was like, fuck.
dude.
Really?
Like,
Out of all the people we could have picked, we got this fucking bum.
and then if you notice, he started, bro. We left go. We finally are using Renfro. You have Renfro, third and
Right.
Renfro.
Yeah.
Bro, he had him on special teams.
Hey, Israel, I know you don't know me, but you should have seen. You could go back watch some of my videos, man. This again is one of the reasons why I didn't do videos for a while. The best thing that happened to our team this year was getting rid of fucking Josh McDaniels. But if you go back, dude, you'll see some shit like this offseason. I was lit, dude. Even that intro video I showed, that was during the draft when the Chiefs came up and shit. And I just thought I did a highlight video of it. But that was my live reaction when I was watching the draft and the Chiefs brought out their Super Bowl trophies and all that shit. I was eating my tri-tip, talking shit about tri-tip, which comes from your hometown, Santa Maria, man. Cheers to the 805.
Hey,
Dude,
bro, we're the kings of barbecue over here.
Dude, like I know you're from Santa Maria. I don't know where else you've been. I've lived in places like Texas, Colorado, Montana. You know those other places have no idea what the fuck tri-tip is.
Oh, dude.
Most of them have no idea.
I'm in Texas,
It's the
so we got
best cut.
brisket.
It's the best cut of they have brisket. They think brisket is better than fucking tri-tip,
Oh,
bro.
man.
I've seriously almost gotten in. I've almost gotten in fist fights with people from Texas over brisket versus fucking tri-tip.
Dude,
I'm like,
when
dude, you guys are high on fucking crack, dude.
It's just a better cut of the fucking. It's just a better cut of the brisket.
Oh, bro, you have never had Santa Maria style tri-tip. It's known all over the country.
I used to live in Lemoore.
You know my high school.
I'm from
my high
Lemoore.
school in Tascadero. We played Santa Maria in football, right?
Yep.
And my first tri-tip sandwich after we moved around a lot, and then like right before high school, like freshman year, I moved to Cali, right? Moved back to Cali with my dad. And first tri-tip sandwich I ever had was at a Santa Maria football game. Pico de gallo, little barbecue sauce was the best fucking thing I ever had in my life, dude. I was like in heaven, dude. I was like, where has this sandwich been my entire fucking life, bro? And that was in Santa Maria, dude, at a football game, man.
I had a buddy, right? That we were like, I told you, every home game when they used to be in Oakland. No, I was a season ticket holder for years. So we used to always have different, I will have different, but we were like, I told you earlier, we were the C-Lock crew, you know? But sometimes my buddies from Santa Maria will come by, and so I would, leave my C-Lock crew for a little bit, and I would go hang out with them. Everybody around them would trip because, hey, we love barbecue. We would pull up the tri-tip, pull the tri-tip. You know how many people I put on game on tri-tip? And honestly, oh, man. Fargo was my tri-tip guy. Every barbecue, he was our cook. He loved the grill. No, you don't get it. He loved his grill. He had his little recipe. He would let the tri-tip marinate for a couple hours overnight. He will come like all the barbecues. He didn't let no one take over. He was the pit master, and
Yeah.
like literally like he loved barbecuing. So like barbecuing and the Raiders, that was a match made in heaven for him. And like if you when you Google Santa Maria, California, you'll see or the nickname of Santa Maria, California is Capital Barbecue.
It
Like
is, yeah.
we take
'Cause
we take barbecue serious over here.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like tri-tip, like I've had out of this discussion with a lot of people from Texas because Texas they love their barbecue, but we take barbecue to a whole different level.
They don't understand, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get my seasonings from Armona, California.
Uh huh.
Ravens. Yeah, I'm from Lemoore. I just live in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know Lemore's right below Fresno.
Yep.
Yeah,
The whole Clovis area, all that area.
right. So yeah, we get tri-tip. You know what I mean? We were getting tri-tip there. Maybe not Santa Maria shit, but we were getting tri-tip, barbecuing that shit ourselves.
Bro,
I mean, shit,
later give me
California,
your
bro.
give me your information, bro. I'm gonna send you some Santa Maria style seasoning, bro.
Hey, that's what's up. I will definitely hit you up on that because I definitely would like some.
Bro.
Definitely, bro. Hey,
Li-
that's cool. Appreciate
Like
that.
like you don't get it. Fargo Raider used to always hit me up when he lived in North Dakota, and he's like, "Hey, bro, send me a couple packages of that Santa Maria seasoning." I'm like, "I got you, bro. I got you." And then like he used to tell me like, "Bro, people trip out when we tell them, we use wood to barbecue. Over here everybody uses propane." I'm like, "Bro, what do you mean? Like where I'm from, you can't use propane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You cannot use propane on barbecue. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you got to get the
It's
wood. You got to start the pit, like smoking. Like,
yeah,
bro. It's a
maybe.
sin. It's a sin using propane where we're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
When
don't
they
use
say
propane.
tri-tip
Hell
originated
no.
in Santa Maria, they're not fucking lying. Like that's facts, man. Like straight up.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate, but it just doesn't taste right. Propane, nah,
Oh
man, you gotta have wood, you gotta have coal. I mean, I like mesquite, you know. I've
yep.
also cooked over apple, you know what I mean? Apple wood, that's actually pretty damn good, believe it or not. You know what I mean? I learned some different shit down here because down here, yeah, they like to barbecue too, and they use a whole bunch of different shit. I can tell you this: don't use live oak. It makes it taste weird. Don't use live oak. Straight up. That was probably some of the nastiest fucking brisket I've ever had.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit was gross. But we used to be able to get tri-tip over here, but we would have to go to the Mexican meat market to get it. But
Yeah.
because it wasn't like real big around here, you know what I mean? They stopped selling it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a lot of people in the U.S. don't know about tri-tip, and I'm like,
There's
They
I got
don't.
shocked. I got shocked.
I
I'm
got
like, how do you not know tri-tip is like? I'm like, oh man, that's all. Every time they try it, they're in shock because they don't know what they've been missing out.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
real
tell
talk.
when I was in my this is years ago, 15 years ago or something, but like I got stationed in Texas, which I was the one place I didn't want to go, but I'm like, all right, whatever.
Nobody
I
wants
go
to
there.
come
I'm like, you guys got tri-tip? And it
It
was like
just
I was speaking
happened.
Spanish or something, dude. They're like, what's tri-tip? I'm like, what do you mean what's tri-tip? It's fucking tri-tip. Like, how do you not know what tri-tip is? They're looking at me like I'm stupid. I'm looking at them like you're fucking stupid. And they're talking about brisket. They're like, oh, you got to get brisket, all this. And so I thought it was gonna be really great. I thought it was gonna be
So
comparable to fucking tri-tip.
I
Dude,
got a
that
funny
shit's
story.
so
I got a
fabulous.
funny story for you, bro.
All right.
4th of July, this past 4th of July, right? I'm chilling right there. I'm like, I tell Fargo, hey, bro, we're barbecuing. He goes, oh, you already know I'm in charge. So
Nice.
we're the wood was a bit wet, so it was like
Oh shit.
it's gonna take a little bit to. So we decide like, fuck, let's get some fucking diesel, like idiots. Tell me why he almost burned my house. Like
Oh
all of
shit.
a sudden I see a big old flame pop up. I'm over here running to go get the water hose. He's getting some a blanket that was outside. I'm like, right now on the side of my house there's a big old burn mark right there, and it's like
Oh
fucking
shit.
Fargo, bro.
Oh, fuck.
I look at him, his hand, like all this hair, his hands burnt and all that shit. I'm like, what the?
Man.
Oh, that's funny, dude. My wife actually almost did that to our house, dude. I had to grab the hose, but yeah.
Oh man.
It sucks.
Well, rest in peace to
Kinda
Fargo,
broke my
man.
heart.
If you guys just joining, dude, you haven't heard, we're trying to, help out Fargo Raiders passing. Any donations you guys can do to help the cause, we'd appreciate it a lot. Was a great dude, man. I can tell he was a great dude, man, and so are you. So anything you guys can do for that, we'd appreciate that. Let's get into I want to talk about some quarterback stuff as well, guys. All right, so this is a tough topic for me right now, to be honest with you guys. All right. Now, when I think about quarterbacks, I've tried to break it down into like two categories. Originally, I did, right? Which is like either pocket passer or mobile quarterback. However, I feel like you have to almost do a third category at this point where it's pocket passer, mobile, and then running style quarterback. To me, a running style quarterback was Lamar Jackson for the Ravens, but I think he's transitioned to more of a mobile style. But then there's a quarterback like Justin Fields, who's a running quarterback. He straight up runs a lot, too much. And we've had a ton of quarterbacks hurt this season. Not saying they were all running quarterbacks who got hurt, but this is like a record year for starting quarterbacks that got hurt in the NFL. So when I think about quarterbacks and Aiden O'Connell being obviously a pocket passer, he's obviously not a running quarterback or a mobile quarterback, versus some of these quarterbacks coming out of the draft. I guess, how do you guys feel about those three categories and the quarterback we have right now and what he's done so far? And then as we finish the season, what you'd like to see from him, and if he's someone that you guys think that we should consider for a starting job, or if you think we need to go to the mobile style quarterback style. We'll start with Israel. What are you thinking about the quarterback play so far, man?
I'll be honest with you. For the longest, I've been want to have a mobile quarterback because let's keep it honest. The game is evolving, and you're seeing all these quarterbacks. Like I hate to admit it, but I keep it 100. Fucking Patrick Mahomes, man. He makes so many fucking plays because he's not stuck in the pocket.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
And like I hate to admit it, I hate the guy. I hate the Chiefs.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on. People are blowing me up right now. I'm on my phone, so hold on.
Oh, it's all good. We can fill in the dead space, and if you have to go, just let us know, bro. I just wanted to have you on here if we could for however long. I don't want to take up too much of your night, but
All right, can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Yeah. So for the longest, I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting a mobile quarterback. Like I love Derek Carr. I fought for him to the end, but like I said, it was time for him to move on. And then for the longest, I'll be honest, I hated Jimmy G. I didn't want Jimmy G at all from day one. Like I said, I grew up. I'm from the 805, but I lived 10 years in the Bay Area, so like half my cousins, half my family friends are Niners fans. So
Right.
I'll keep it 100. I watch a lot of Niner games, and he was in a great system.
Right.
He was in a great system. That's why he had all that success. But then when it mattered in the playoffs, where they needed him to come through, he choked. He choked. So I never wanted him from day one. I never wanted him from day one. Like I hated people telling me, like, look at his winning record. His winning record doesn't mean shit. Look at his playoff record. Look at his playoff stats. Look at his stats in the playoffs. When it really mattered, he didn't come through. He didn't come through. So I was mad. And then I'm not gonna lie. I went to the Raiders and Niner game during the preseason. So I was seeing Aiden, during the preseason. He had a great preseason. So I liked him from the beginning. Like I wanted him to start over freaking Jimmy G. So like I told you, after the Vikings game, I was mad and frustrated and talking shit about him. And then Fargo started telling me, like, bro, you got to remember, he got into the system halfway through with a coach that also knew. Like, he hasn't had time to adjust to our system. He's a rookie. He's gonna make rookie mistakes. We
Right.
have to
Yeah.
give him a whole season to develop to see what he's really about. So, like, he told me, it's still too early to decide if he's a bust or not. Like,
Right.
hey, look what he did last game. Look what he did last game. I think he had a QBR of 129 or 130 something, 4 touchdowns. Like, he balled out. He balled out. So he's capable of having those games. It doesn't matter whatever the Chargers, at the end of the day, they're a professional team. You get me? It don't matter. He has potential. So for me, I want to give him another year. I want to give him another year, and then next year he's no longer a rookie. Like, you already know how all the quarterbacks is. The first year, the game's moving fast. After your second year, the game starts slowing down. You start making better decisions and everything. So for right now, I want to keep him. I want to keep him. We got to see what he is. I wouldn't waste a first or two third round pick on a quarterback though.
Say
Not
it
not this
again.
year. I wouldn't want to fit. I wouldn't want to use a first, second, third round pick on a quarterback right now. I want
Oh, okay.
next year. If next year, if it's a whole other thing, then yes, no. But I want to give him one more year. I want to give him one more year.
Okay, well, I
That's
got
my.
a question. If Justin Fields is to be moved and he has the possibility of coming here, would you give a second round pick for him?
It's because we got to look at the bigger picture. We got to look at the system. The Raiders don't have a system right now. Offensively, we don't have a system right now. Our defense, I'm amazed. Our defense is playing great. Like, for the first time, and I can't remember. I can actually say that boy Matamax is a dog, man. He's a dog. You
Yeah,
get me?
same thing with old Jack over there.
You feel me,
Old Jack coming out with that one-handed pick, bro. That was great.
bro? That's some highlights right there. That's some
Probably one of
highlights
the
right there.
probably one of the best turnovers I've ever seen. Hands down. Just beautiful. Homeboy looking like Neon Dion out there, dude. Just it was a great catch.
What's your take on the quarterback situation, Raider Critique, so far?
See,
I know we
like
still got
Aiden
3 games
O'Connell,
left. So
but I want a mobile quarterback. I want us to bring somebody in to be able to compete for that starting job.
Hold
I'm
on, hold
not
on.
into. I would really like to see, something go down like where maybe we could pull a quarterback in the second round, even possibly pull a quarterback in the first round, but definitely develop some type of quarterback competition in that room. I don't believe that some wily veteran is going to come in here and save this team. We're going to have to keep it young. Jimmy Garoppolo, I was like you. I hated the move. I always said, and I've been on these lives saying it 1,000 times. Why were we going to get rid of DC if we were just going to make a lateral move in Jimmy G? The only difference in between DC and Jimmy G was DC had heart and Jimmy G didn't give a fuck. Ask those 49er fans if they really wanted him on the field when he was laughing on the sideline in the NFC Championship game while his team was down. And he couldn't jump in the game, could he? He couldn't save the day. No, instead he's sitting on the sideline laughing. That's character issues. That's not a Raider. And when we brought him in, the fucking first thing I thought, I wanted Aaron Rodgers. Let's just be I wanted Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, fuck yeah, dude, that would be the greatest. But then that didn't happen. And we got fucking Jimmy
good
G.
thing too, because he made a lot of money for not playing a game this season.
I would have been wrong too. See, I would have been like fucking.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but I heard that he might play this weekend. I might be wrong, but I did see that he's ready.
He might as well not. They're not
right.
even in the contention for playoffs, and I mean,
Yeah,
shit, is
I
it
don't
worth
think he
it?
is. He's talking about being 100%. He's not quite 100%. He said if he was 100% or they're in the running for the playoffs, I think he said he might have played, but he's probably wrapped up for the season. But yeah.
I
So
wouldn't risk him.
here's my thing, man. Justin Fields, second, third round pick, maybe a third round pick. But here's the thing, guys. Like, here's how I feel about it. Because I know there's a lot of rumors, all this stuff about Justin Fields, right? And it's going to continue even after the season's over. He's a running style quarterback. He's not even a mobile quarterback. Does he have potential? Yes, he does. But at what cost are you willing to risk that kind of draft capital? Okay, that's my first question. Second, can he really learn to be a pocket passer, more of a pocket passer, not a pocket passer permanently, but like his first reaction is to run. And my problem with the newer mobile / running style quarterback, besides possible injuries, high risk, high reward, is essentially this. When you look at guys as they get older, like Russell Wilson is a good example. When he was running all over the place, the Seahawks did great. But as he got older, his athletic abilities went downhill. And now he's having to rely a lot more on his arm. So you've seen a lack in deficiency that when that athletic ability hits a decline, then you also see a decline in the quarterback because now they can't rely as much on their athletic abilities. And because they don't have the arm or the other skills that other quarterbacks have, they struggle. So that part worries me. Now, Justin Fields is a younger quarterback, but if we're going to give up, a second or third round pick to go get a guy like that, the way that I'm looking at this deal is I'm like, wait a second. You're going to have a running style quarterback and a pocket passer quarterback. Those are the two most polar opposites you could have as far as, like, in my opinion, a scheme, right? And this is why I did that, because I thought that Israel hit the nail on the head. That, to me, if you're going to have a mobile or a running style quarterback, you don't have a backup like Aiden O'Connell, who's a pocket passer. It's really conflicting because you're going to have to change your whole playbook and scheme for a mobile quarterback, let alone if it's a running style quarterback. So you're going to have one playbook that's a running style quarterback and a whole nother playbook that's going to be a pocket passer style quarterback. And that's just it's too off of the beaten path to go those two extremes, in my opinion, at least.
Well, yeah, because the rest of the team, you would have to think the wide receivers, the offensive linemen, the tight ends, the running backs got to learn two different playbooks. That's a lot of damn information to retain, especially when your playbook's already about 110, 120 plays. You know what I mean?
If you don't remember, listening to the players, especially Adam, saying that was McDaniel's fault. He had his playbook was just like he said. You had to really study that playbook to understand it. And like let's be honest, the reason he had all that success was because of Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Tom Brady is, you hate him or love him, but he's a GOAT. I hate to say it. I hate to say
this too, but as I've been watching him tweet and say certain things, like especially that. And we're going way off Raider football, but at least it's still football. But fucking that hit, bro, that homeboy took. What game was that? I think it was the Rams game. It was a diving catch. Was it the Rams game? And he took a massive hit. Like literally, and the dude got ejected and suspended for the fucking season because he laid a hit on him. He was the one who laid the hit, but he laid a hit on a wide receiver. They hit him for a flagrant foul. They ejected him from the game.
Jackson or something for the Broncos?
Right. Bro, that fucking hit was legit, dude. What was he supposed to do?
Yeah.
What was he supposed to do? That is some bullshit. And Tom Brady even agreed with that shit. He was like, look, football is a contact sport. You know what I mean?
Well, how much of these
quarterbacks not throwing your fucking wide receivers in bad angles and bad situations out there, because that's exactly what that was.
Well, how much of these quarterbacks with their athletic abilities are relying more on their athletic, talents than they are with like what's up here? And that does concern me with all these mobile quarterbacks that Maybe they're relying too much on their athletic abilities as opposed to having it better up here. Where Aiden O'Connell is more of a quarterback that's going to have it more up here because he doesn't have the athletic abilities. He's got to have that. And that's important. That timing that the Peyton Manning and the Tom Brady's had with their wide receivers was through so much repetition. And they had it down to like such a science where they could throw the ball at the exact second at the right time because they knew which wide receiver would be open given the defense at which time. And that's what made those quarterbacks great. And neither one of those guys were mobile quarterbacks. And besides Patrick Mahomes, there's really no mobile quarterback, in my opinion, that has won a Super Bowl in the last like 15 years outside of maybe Russell Wilson. You know, all these other quarterbacks, they're not the mobile style quarterback. So for me, I'm going to present something instead of a Justin Fields trade for a second or third round. Why not get the guy that I wanted the entire time in the draft when I was really upset, which is Hendon Hooker? I would rather trade a second. I would rather trade a second. I would rather trade a second round pick to try to get Hendon Hooker than I would a second round pick to try to get a Justin Fields. I think Hendon Hooker is a way better quarterback than Justin Fields. He's just stuck
I think
behind.
The Lions know he's a better quarterback too, but they're just waiting for Jared Goff to fall off. He's just happening to fucking put it all together this year.
I agree with you, but
honestly,
if you look at Jared Goff's contract, it's guaranteed he's pretty much going to be on the Lions next year as well. And then the Lions will be in a predicament. Do they give Jared Goff an extension or do they promote Hendon Hooker and let Jared Goff walk? I mean, if Jared Goff keeps doing good, they might want to sign him and extend him, you know. Like for me, I would almost be on the page of like, hey, trade our guy Aiden O'Connell and a third or fourth round pick for Hendon Hooker, or just trade outright for like a second round pick and get Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker is a mobile quarterback who can run, but at least he's a lot closer to the beaten path of an Aiden O'Connell because he can sling the ball as opposed to a Justin Fields who's running all over the place. My point is, I don't fucking want Justin Fields. I'd rather have Aiden O'Connell or figure another option out than to bring in Justin Fields. That whole Raider rumors and all that is hogwash in my opinion. I don't want that dude on our team. But go ahead, Israel. What were you gonna say?
Oh, like you were saying right now, it's hard coming up on a quarterback right now. Because you know what team I'm kind of mad right now that has been getting lucky on drafting quarterbacks? The Texans. The Texans literally CJ Stroud. I know he's a rookie, but hey, he's balling.
He's balling.
Yeah. And before the whole allegations and all that, Deshaun Watson, he was balling too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what?
They've been getting lucky. So like I said, unless
quarterback careers. They destroyed quarterback careers like a mug.
hey, it started with David Carr, man. It started with David Carr.
Hey, I'll be right back. You guys take over the show.
And then we're not going to draft a line at all. We're going to let you get nailed. You know,
he stood no chance, man. I bet you all those teams were looking forward, like all those. They're like, oh, we won't get sacks today.
Absolutely, man. The Texans, like, because those are the games I like to go to when the Raiders come here to play. I actually kind of like Houston. I like their stadium. It's simple. You know what I mean? It's to the point, and the tailgating is absolutely superb. And we always turn up in Houston, bro. Like, there's a lot of Raiders down here. Got a lot of Raider chapters. But what do you think about this game coming up after the 63-21 victory that we had over the Chargers? Do you think this team is going to come out and go swinging for the fences like they did against the Chargers against these Chiefs next week? Well, this week?
Honestly, you know, Chief Week is something special. And hey, and you said we have AP. I'm pretty sure AP's hyping them up. He's letting them know, hey, it's Chief Week. We you know, Chargers, that's a pass. We're moving forward now. You know, we come out swinging. We're gonna come out swinging. That's the thing that I loved about AP. What he said, what he told his people during halftime. Hey, we're still gonna go attack. Because fucking McDaniels, we would have been up. We remember what last year we were up 21-0 against the fucking Chiefs. Why will you? If they're down keep them down. No, and that's the thing I loved about AP. We're up by 42 in the halftime, and he told me, "Hey, we're still gonna go hard. We ain't gonna let the pedal off the gas. We're gonna keep on going," and that's what I love about AP. And
Yeah,
that's what
put up massive points. Show these motherfuckers who they're dealing with, and literally
is Raider Nation,
slap them
baby.
around the field. I mean, that game was not competitive, not even in the slightest. I have not seen the Raiders dominate like that since almost 14 years ago. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm trying to think right now. What's another game that we dominated like that?
Raider Joe told me about he reminded
20
me about a
It was-
59-14
Yeah.
walloping of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I think that was 2010 or I think that might have been Hugh Jackson, dude.
Well,
It might have been Hugh Jackson.
it's been a while.
I think that was
So-
Hugh.
Hardcore, I got that same question for you. Do you expect the same team to show up against the Chiefs that we saw against the Chargers? Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that this team had it in them to do what they did against the Chargers last week.
Well, I think we need to start with a like a mentality, right? How do you go from 0-3 where you can't score 1 point, just not a safety, 2 points, a field goal, 3 points, but you can't score 1 point, 1 touchdown. You go from doing that to scoring a 63 burger on the chokers, and so when I think about it like that, even if you have the take of like, hey, the Chargers gave up on their coach, they had all these backups, they did, but we didn't have Colton Miller, we didn't have Andre James, our center, we didn't have Josh Jacobs. It wasn't like we were playing on full bore as well. The only way that happens is by a certain, in my opinion, mentality, and mentality brought to you by your leadership. And
Imagine we scored 9 touchdowns without Jacobs.
8, I think it was, but yeah.
What was it?
But yeah. I'll do the math here in a second. But yeah,
points.
it was a lot.
So
63 points is a lot.
Yeah, 9 times
It was
7.
it was 9 because I was mad that we didn't score 10.
9. The thing was that we had 2 defensive touchdowns where Jenkins' big ass ran the ball down the field on that hit from Malcolm Kuntz, man. He lit him up like a Christmas tree. It was great. The stick had no idea what hit him. He got sticked all right. He got sticked from behind.
How about Jack Jones with the fucking? You ever seen that interception like that, dude? That was some of the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That remember of Mortal Kombat Scorpio? Come over here.
Yeah, dude.
You read that play superbly.
He did.
Read that play any better than that. And literally, when he jumped, you saw that when he finally came down like 4 yards away from where he caught the ball from, or at least where his hand touched the ball from. It was crazy because he only had to take like 3 steps and he was in the end zone.
You know what the deal breaker was for me and Josh McDaniels last year? I tried to give him a shot. I really did. I tried to give him, even though I was like pissed and all that, like I really tried to like, hey, maybe I can rock with this. When the Chiefs came to our house and they did Ring Around the Rosie and the coach got asked about it and he acted like it was no big fucking deal. You know what I mean? Like he had no pride in our home field. Like you're going to let some dog come pee on your fire hydrant and like you don't give a fuck. That really pissed me off, like really bad. And it stuck with me all from last year into this year. And I also think that it was a missed opportunity for Antonio Pierce to use that as motivation when we played the Chiefs in our house, that he should have used that as a way to help motivate this team. Now, we were up 14 points, and then we lost that game. Year before, we were up, 17 points at halftime and lost that game against the Chiefs as well. I think that was the game where Devontae Adams kind of freaked out and got pissed off, rightfully so.
Because the camera dude got in the way. Yeah, and
big old
fiasco. I would have pushed that dude too, man. Get the fuck out of my way, bro. I think that dude did that shit.
He was not even supposed to be there,
But the point is, Antonio Pierce got asked, I think it was today or something, and he had brought up something. He's like, you know how you deal with those trick plays and the Ring Around the Rosies? He said, you fucking punch him in the mouth. Or he said, you punch him, And I agree with that. So to your question, like about, I'm trying to remember exactly what your question was, but about us going into the Chiefs and if we can carry this momentum, yeah, fuck yeah, we can. But it's got to start here. It's a fucking mentality, dude. Like we're Raider fans. I was born into this shit, but like Israel said earlier, dude, it's a blue collar fan base, dude. If you want fucking Grey Poupon and Ritz crackers and cheese, you go be a fucking Niners fan, right?
Or
Go
go
drink
be a
your fucking
Dallas
wine.
Cowboys
Maybe
fan and
be a
their
little,
golf clapping bullshit over there.
yeah. If you're a Raider fan, you're a Raider fan, and maybe you grow into it, but you learn that it's me against the world. It's us against the world. You're fucking hated. Everybody's gonna hate you, and you embrace that shit. You wear that fucking hat, and you go all balls out. And this cocky ass Chiefs team thinks that they got a lock. They think that they're gonna lock in a playoff spot, lock in the division by this weekend, right?
Well,
Christmas Day.
hey, look! The little tantrum that freaking Patrick Mahomes did. He's clearly
A chump.
offside.
He's a chump.
You know,
Hey, I can say this. He's bitching more than his old lady, Brittany Mahomes. I'll tell you, and that's really hard to do. He have Darlene Connor out there bitching on the sideline. I'm loving it. And we're gonna make him bitch some more this week.
The referees pushed the Chiefs through the playoffs last year and the year before, and they pushed the Chiefs to a Super Bowl victory last year. How is this motherfucker crying about bad fucking refereeing when the refs have favored them like they did Tom Brady, their poster fucking boy, and he's sitting there crying like a little bitch? I hate that fucker. He's a fucking chump as far as I'm concerned, dude. He tried to walk it back. He's a fucking crybaby. I hope we go in there with the Raider mentality, me against the world, and somebody breaks his fucking leg. I know we're not supposed to wish injuries. I'm a fucking Raider. I don't care, dude. Take that motherfucker out. And I'm not talking about taking his ass out to dinner.
honestly, that's what I miss the old school football Raiders fans. Like they were scared to play us. They were here Raiders, and that fear.
Yep.
And honestly, that's why I like AP. That's why I like AP. AP, he's a Raider fan. AP's a Raider fan. He ain't gonna sit here and just let me push around. Nah, he comes from Compton.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I know.
On his low.
Yeah.
He knows he can't go back to the hood and be like, oh, I let them punk me. Nah, he's gonna. That's what do you think? We went from 0-3 to 63 because he knew like, fuck, I can't. They got me, but I can't be no punk. I can't be no punk. And he has that dog in him, and it's hard to find a coach that has that dog in him. He knows how to get his players rowdy. I'm pretty sure he went and told everybody. He went into that locker room and he let it be known like this ain't gonna happen again. He knows how to motivate you. He knows how to bring that dog in you, and 63 points tells you everything, man. From 0 to 63, I don't think that's ever been done before.
Never. That's a first. Well, let's get into it, and then we'll close this out after this last topic, which is the Chiefs. I know we're already talking about it. Raider take, man. I want to hear your take on the Chiefs. What's it going to take for the Raiders to come out with the W, dude, and make us now? I do not want to have a last year repeat where Christmas Eve, dude, I was so fucking pissed, man. It ruined my fucking Christmas, dude, because like Raiders lose and I'm upset for fucking days, dude. I don't just sleep on it, like drinking helps a little bit sometimes, but like, dude, that shit pisses me off, man. We lost to the fucking Steelers when we shouldn't have, but I don't want a repeat of that. I don't want my Christmas ruined. And this is a morning game. I looked at the weather. It's supposed to be between, I think, 45, 55 with a chance of rain. Hopefully that rain is more
degrees.
41
is what they're calling for.
So it's not gonna be super cold, but it's not gonna be warm. And if it's raining, it's gonna be hard to pass.
It's gonna be a running game. It's gonna be a running game.
But with Josh Jacobs and Colton Miller on their way back, which I believe Andre James is also. I really don't want to see Andre James in there, I'm not sold on Andre James. I like Dylan Parham as the center, honestly. I think we should just keep running with him, man. Andre James is too small. If I'm going to critique anybody, man, the guy has been getting bullied all year. And I thought it was a huge mistake to even move on from Hudson to even like move on with that guy.
We should have kept him.
We should have kept Hudson, but I mean, I know the money,
Yeah.
he was due a lot of money that year. And I think, he was a nice bridge style center, but I think Dylan Parham actually makes a better center than Andre James does, especially since we are actually kind of loaded with guards now. We're not like having to move anybody really around. We've got guys in there who can play those positions.
And what I liked, what I really liked? Khalil Mack's 6 sacks. First game. 0 last game.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
They
And
did
we're
good
going
without
up,
Coleman. I was surprised, man.
and
It's like
we're going up. This Chiefs team, bro. This Chiefs team ain't no joke, but they have not been the same.
they're not.
Ever
Oh,
since Taylor Swift got there, bro, that's like as soon as now that more eyes are on them, they seem to fuck up a lot more, don't they?
like honestly, they're not the Chiefs. They're not the Chiefs they used to be. Like they're beatable. Like literally, they're beatable. Like usually they dominate the games. Nah, not this year.
Right. And I don't think they're going to dominate us this time. Now, we jumped out to a 14-0 lead on these Cats the first time we played them, and then we only scored 3 points in the second half.
Should have been 17 until we missed that field goal.
We missed that damn field goal. Exactly. It should have been 17. It should have, but we lost 31-17 against these guys. There's no way that we should have let them take over the game in the second half the way they did. And I really don't see this team letting that happen again, especially coming off the momentum of what we just had. Now, if we fall flat on our face, then fuck it. I'm just gonna stop doing this. I'm not even gonna talk because obviously these guys can't even be consistent enough to give us something to be happy about.
Hey,
And I think that if anything, what we would
like
be happy about is winning these last games and at least giving ourselves a chance to at least sniff playoffs, because it would be a 24% chance to get into the playoffs, but we have to win out. But there is so much help that we need from everybody else before we can get in.
like I said, we win the last 3 games. It is 3 games left, right?
Right.
Yeah.
AP got a job. AP got a job. And like I said, I want AP one more year. One more year. Because he went halfway through. We don't want to do the same mistake we did last year. Wait,
I mean, if
what?
we really think about it, he went halfway through with a ghost playbook, an offensive coordinator and staff that he did not even remotely get to choose. You know what I mean? And a playbook that was basically stuck with this team because this was the only playbook that this team knew. And it's Josh McDumdum's playbook and Mick Lombardi. I really want to see what an offensive playbook looks like underneath an Antonio Pierce, or maybe a hand-pick offensive coordinator that Antonio Pierce decides to bring in. I'm interested in that.
Because honestly, our defense is good right now. Don't mess with our defense.
Yeah, leave
Offense-
Patrick Graham there.
You guys just joining in. This is Fargo Raider's cousin, Israel. Rest in peace to Fargo Raider, who passed away. Left behind 3 beautiful, beautiful boys. If you guys can find your heart, I know it's Christmas time. A lot of people going through tough times right now, but if you guys could do anything to help donate for the funeral expenses or for the family, we'd appreciate it. Trying to lighten up the mood a little bit, but life happens, guys. Yeah, man, the Chiefs, it's a tall order, We can't let their Chris Jones get going on us, guys. We can't let him start cooking, sacking Aiden O'Connell. This offensive line has to do just as good, if not better, they got to do better than they did last week. They did good, but they got to do better because going to this game, if we let Chris Jones eat us up, if they get Aiden O'Connell flustered, we don't give him time to throw, let alone if it's going to be raining and cold. Aiden O'Connell's played in cold games, but, if we end up being one-dimensional where we got to run the ball, I'm a little worried. Now, last year, running the ball, I wouldn't be worried. But this offensive line, for some reason, they can block during passing downs. They can't block during running downs. I don't know why. It's mind-blowing that they can block for passing downs, but they can't block for running downs. Not
Completely opposite from last year. Remember,
is.
we blocked for the run last year and couldn't block for the pass to save our life.
Normally, it's run the ball to set up the run, but now it's pass the ball to set up the run. I think that's the key to us winning. But if it's raining and cold, it's gonna be a little tough. All right, we got Al's Ghostin backstage. He's one of the great followers of us for a long time. Israel. He has some great takes on the Raiders, so welcome him in, and we'll get his take on the Chiefs as well. Salute, Al's Ghost. How you doing, brother?
Hardcore. How's it going? Hey, Israel. Hey, Critique. How you guys doing?
Good.
We're all good. This is if you didn't know it, you probably tuned in a little bit later, but one of our own Fargo Raider passed away. This is his cousin Israel, so we want to do a tribute show. We're chopping up talking Raiders, obviously, but also anything we can do to try to get some people to help out in the funding for the funeral for Fargo Raider.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. Prayers up to your family, dude.
Appreciate that, brother.
I actually have family in the 805, dude, in the Oxnard area, so 805
okay.
all the way.
Yep.
I know hardcores from the 805 too.
Quick question. Are they Cowboy fans?
Tons of them, dude. I hate them, dude.
Dude, tell me, because that's where freaking
training camp.
Yeah, the training camp is in Oxnard, so everybody in freaking Oxnard are Cowboy fans.
Yeah, that's so true, right?
Yeah, dude. I was a kid in school wearing a lot of silver and black with a bunch of silver and blue around me, dude. It sucked.
Yeah, Cowboy fans are everywhere, man.
But it is what it is. But yeah, hardcore. I think it's a big game. Christmas is a big game for us. Huge game. Probably the most important game of the season. I think I was hearing Israel's take about if AP wins out, he has a job. I agree. I would say even if he wins 2 of the 3, but the Chiefs being one of the games, he should be a prime candidate for the job. So if he beats the Chiefs and he beats either the Broncos or the Colts at the end, I think if he hits on 2 of the 3, why have another change at the coaching position, and I've hopped on the live before hardcore, and I've mentioned how I think it's since 1969 the Steelers have had 3 head coaches. Since October 2021, I think we've had 4 or 5. It's ridiculous. Like, we need some stability here. I wasn't the biggest Josh McDaniels fan, but I also wasn't rooting for the guy to get fired, because if he were to get fired, that would indicate that he actually failed as a head coach, right?
Yeah.
And as a Raider fan, I want all these guys to succeed. I wasn't a Jimmy Garoppolo fan. Like, I didn't think that the guy was the right guy for the position, but I was still rooting for the guy. I wanted him to succeed. He obviously failed. And we're looking to see whether Aiden O'Connell could be that guy, and he's shown flashes. He's definitely been playing better, I think, and he's progressed. And I'm looking forward to see how he performs in a very hostile environment on Christmas Day. And in terms of the keys to the game, has to be a balanced attack. I definitely think if we become one-dimensional, you become too predictable. This is a different Chiefs team, by the way, guys. This is actually a primarily defensive team. On offense, they're actually not as good as they've been in prior years. They don't have a number 1 receiver. They actually don't even have a number 2 receiver. They have a bunch of number 3 and number 4 receivers. And the offense pretty much runs through 87, as we all know, Travis Kelce. So if you could bottle up Kelce, who I'm not sure who could really match up against him in terms of size and speed, I think that's a key component for us winning, trying to slow down Kelce. And then us, being balanced on offense. And, the kid has to throw it deep. You can't just be checking it down. I think you're going to have to chuck it deep to keep those safeties honest, to keep those cornerbacks honest. And you can't, JJ, he's one of the top running backs in the league, but it's tough to make a living against 8-9-man boxes. So, that's my take. Balanced attack, stop Travis Kelce, and then I think you have a pretty good shot at pulling an upset.
Well, all right. So, Alex goes. Let me ask you this: what does this game mean to you? The rivalry with some added sugar on top, with it being on Christmas Day. What's going to happen to your day if Raiders end up losing?
It's massive, dude. This is a massive, massive game. I don't know about you, hardcore, but that Monday nighter in Kansas City last season, I still have a bad taste in my mouth about that Monday nighter because we should have won that game.
Yeah, we should.
If McDaniels didn't go for 2 at the end, which still boggles my mind, but it is what it is. We need to go back and we need to revenge these guys. And we're due for a win against the Chiefs. It's been a few years now. I think the last time we beat them was with Chucky. Back
when they did laps around the stadium.
Yeah, Israel. They did the laps around the stadium. I think they did a sideshow outside of Arrowhead, dude. That's what they did. But
well, I can tell you this: the last time we played this team, Travis Kelce developed so much attention that dude Rice opened up a can of whoop ass on us. So we can't allow that to happen this game. You know what I mean? So that Travis Kelce to me has not looked like his normal self ever since he got that broad as a girlfriend. So I mean, he's dropping wide open passes. I'm just hoping that our defense shows up the way they have been in recent weeks, man. This defense is just like night and day compared to last year. And I think we butter our bread with the defense. And as long as our offense can cook and score points, our defense can win these games for us.
Yeah, and on defense critique, I think I was very skeptical. I'll put this out there. I was very skeptical on Patrick Graham going into the season because I did not think he did a good job last season. But the team has the defensive side of the ball has definitely improved. And over the past couple of weeks, we've seen the maturation of Tyree Wilson. He's gotten better, and he's a better inside rusher. And if you guys noticed, he's basically discovered the combo on the defensive line. You have Kuntz and Max on the outside, and then you have Tyree Wilson rushing from the inside as a 6'6", 260 guy, almost like DeForest Buckner. And those guys are just tough. Those long, strong guys are just tough to contain on the inside. He's rushing over the guards. The guards are obviously very strong, but not as fast. So I think there's a pretty lethal combination there with those 3 guys up front. And I saw Nesta Jade Silvera got released earlier today, so I guess the coaching staff decided to tap out on that guy. I had pretty high hopes for him. I thought he'd be someone who could give us some production, but obviously as the season wore on, he wasn't that guy. But I'm excited, and that kid that kid working on the outside, 18 Jones, athletic, really, really athletic. Just got to make sure that the kid has his head on straight, right? That he doesn't get into any trouble. But that interception. I mean, I know I'm biased because I'm a Raider fan, but I think that's the best INT of the entire season. That one-handed.
I think so.
I mean, how he just read that play one-handed, took it to the crib. I haven't seen a pick like that all year.
Nope. I don't know the last time I seen a Raiders interception that even competes with that. The only one I could think of is where Charles Woodson, I think it was the game where he was like, I never intercepted Peyton Manning before. And then we played, the Broncos.
He picked him twice. Yeah.
And he
intercepted
picked him twice.
One of the times he I forget who the other Raider defensive back was, but Charles Woodson dives for the ball and he ended up injuring, running into another Raider player that got in the way. And
I think it might have been DJ Hayden
on
hardcore.
Huh?
I think it might have been DJ Hayden, R.I.P.
You're probably right.
He died. He
that
died
was
recently.
Sick, dude. He dove dude. It was such insane interception.
I thought he killed him. I thought he killed him. But yeah, R.I.P. DJ Hayden.
Let's get Raph in here. What's up, Raphael? How you doing, man? I know I've been sick, dude. I was sick for a week and a half, dude. This flu bug has been fucking killer, bro.
Oh man,
Are you sure it wasn't the vid, dude?
Oh, who knows? Everything's the vid, bro. Like fucking. That's all I gotta say, man. Like,
Dude, because that shit knocked me out for like 3 weeks, guys. No joke. It was wild.
yeah, my
Yeah,
family's
that was
for a
really
week and a
wild.
half. But I'll be coming on your channel, Raph. I just started feeling better a couple days ago, but
Yeah, I know about that, but I just wanted to say good afternoon, good evening to everybody else, and of course, for this right here, I'm just wearing the Raiders right now, and of course, we got
Nice.
my name on it.
hell yeah, look at that. Hell yeah.
Shout out to Leo
Good
Chain Delanis
good
to
looking
make
death
this
row.
jersey right now. But I gotta tell you this something. After that game between Raiders versus Chargers, that was just like a great revenge game. Now we gotta do the same against Kansas City Chiefs. The answer probably gonna be yes or no, because right now it is really a tough test to everything, because they have expressed a lot of confidence. Because whatever happens on the press conference between Antonio Pierce, I mean, he had a great confidence on Josh Jacobs. I mean, playing hard is something that Josh Jacobs has been doing a lot of this career. He's been known for playing some of the best football. He was banging up late in the season. I mean, he suffered a knee injury early at the game, but right now, having 11 days at a Thursday, I think this is gonna be like a really close. Along with Jacobs, there's like a two Raiders starting offense who didn't all play last week, which is Colton Miller and Centric Andre James. I mean, keep it in mind. They had to practice this week, so we could have just like optimism by Pierce, a combination with a long week and of course the big annual matchup with the similarly very vulnerable looking Chiefs team. I mean, what are we expecting about it? I mean, we can all expect it about all these things. Number one, we want to know that the defense and the offense, it built it a lot of better. Number two, we can make Aiden O'Connor give the great performance and make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable, because I will tell you for this, folks, and sorry for those Chiefs fans, because I can't stand Patrick Mahomes with the voice of Kermit the Frog and Sesame Street. And I say, Patrick Mahomes, and we just won the Super Bowl. Yay! No, Patrick Mahomes, it's not your turn, because on Christmas, we're going to beat the fuck out, all right? And number three, we just wanted to make sure establish aggression and establish the running game against Chiefs, because we're going to happen on a miracle on Christmas Day. Because the last time versus the Chiefs, that was the first time we didn't get enough of the defense and the offense. But right now, after we just given a record, an historical moment to beating Chargers without Jesse Herbert, which means Chelsea Herbert, I mean, versus Chiefs on Christmas, that will happen a miracle. Number one, defense and offense. Number two, Aiden O'Connor versus Patrick Mahomes. And number three, Josh Jacobs will have this greatest moment. And of course, boom, it's going to be like a revenge tour, because the first part against Los Angeles Chargers is going to be great. And the second part against Kansas City Chiefs is going to be so great. And I will tell you this, folks. There's going to be a lot of blood in this match right now on Christmas.
I love it, man. Hey, I'm only watching this game to watch Taylor Swift. I don't even care about football. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, we're not going to put Taylor Swift. You know what?
She's
On
yeah,
this right
she
now,
looks so much better, and I can stand her so much better on mute.
yeah, someone needs to give her a cheeseburger.
Straight
Right?
up.
Like, am I the only one? Like, dude, she like people think she's hot, dude. I'm just like, dude, give that chick a cheeseburger, please. Like, maybe a Happy Meal, a couple extra nuggets. Like,
Hey,
Try to.
hardcore. Hey guys, like actually, like honest question, because I don't listen to any of her music. I actually don't even know
At all.
what it sounds like.
uh-huh.
Why is she so popular? Like honestly, like why is she so popular?
I don't know.
Al Ghost, I got to tell you this something. Because Taylor Swift is now she's dating Travis Kelce. That's why. And one more thing.
No, but it seems like
We're
she was
not gonna
popular before then, right?
Rule number
Before
one for
then.
the Raiders, we're not going to put Taylor Swift music. In fact, we're going to blast a lot of West Coast rap music metal music because
We got
we're gonna enjoy this bloodbath between Raiders versus Chiefs.
hey,
And no Taylor Swift is gonna allow. Nope, because we're not gonna hear that. No.
Hey Israel, you're bumping Taylor down there in the 805 or what?
bro. We bumping some Ice Cube out here, bro.
There you go.
We be clubbing.
yeah.
Oh man, like it's nice. Honestly, I really needed this today. I really want to thank all y'all for this because my mind's been all over the place with the recent passing, and now I understand why my cousin used to love listening to radio talk. Why he would always call you guys. Why he would always, he would always tell me about it. But honestly, I have a very busy schedule. Like I have no free time at all. He would always tell me, "Oh, you should call. You should interact with these people. They're cool, man. They're Raider fans. They're Raider fans." And I'm like, bro, I always ignore him, but I'm gonna keep his tradition up. I'm gonna start following a lot of you guys. I'm gonna probably one of these days I'm gonna start calling the radio station because, like I said, like one thing I love my cousin, and he used to always call me. He's like, He goes, I envy you. I'm like, why? He goes, because I told him I was a season ticket holder. I lived in the Bay Area, so I was there every home game. Like,
Me too, dude.
dude, like one of my best games, one of my best memories was the retirement of Charles Woodson. I was there the last home game. Like you should have seen the stadium.
Against the Chargers.
We went crazy. I was there when freaking against I believe it was the Jets when fucking Lynch started getting hypey on the sideline and we were all just getting hypey, going crazy.
I was there too, dude.
Like I was there every day. Like I tell everybody, we were the C-Lock crew. You could always find us with the C-Lock crew. Every home game we had la banda, tacos, beers. Like I'll keep it honest with you. Sometimes I would just go to the game to get fucked up because I'm loyal to my Raiders, but I already knew what the outcome was gonna be. But I still showed up. I still showed up. It's like I tell everybody, being a Raider fan is like being in a toxic relationship.
And that's just how you show. That it just shows how much of a real fan you are. We're about to get wiped completely off the field, but we still show up.
We show up, and I like
all the games I showed up to. Most of them were losses. I'm pretty sure a lot of us could say the same thing because it's been a long time since we really have been like winning.
That's facts.
Yup.
Shit, I was in 6th grade, guys. The last time we won a playoff game.
Fuck.
God damn.
Honestly, that's one I was. Fuck, it was I was like 10 years old, man. I still remember that Super Bowl. And it sucks.
I threw everybody out at halftime. That Super Bowl.
Dude, I have an older friend who's a Raider fan who's gone through 3 marriages, and we still haven't won a playoff game since.
See, we got to change that. And I think with AP, we do change that.
Yeah, the dude's got to stay married. I'm joking.
Yeah, what we do need to do is punch these motherfuckers in the mouth for their little stupid ass ring around the rosy play. We need to make sure that we contain Patrick Mahomes to the pocket. And I don't care how we do it. Hit him hard.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck. Get a flag. Just rush that motherfucker.
If we're up big, somehow, some way, if we were up big against them, I would love for the Raiders to do a ring around the rosy and then stop in like mid, circle and do a pop squat like you're taking a poop, but do it on their 50. Make sure you're like on their emblem 50-yard line. You imagine 11 guys like squat down like they're gonna take a shit. I mean, it would be a penalty. I'm sure it would be a penalty, but I'd fucking take it. We'd have to be up by like 2 or 3 touchdowns, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, with like 2 minutes left in the game.
Or someone on the sideline could take a boombox and bump some Taylor.
This Taylor Swift thing has been just insane, guys. It's like taking over. We've gotten complete non-football fans that are all of a sudden Chiefs fans, and oh man, it's the worst thing for football in my opinion, dude.
let's be
You
honest.
know what's great about our
I don't
fan
even think
base?
she knows football. She doesn't know
What's that?
football. I
Oh
know
no,
Taylor
hell,
Swift doesn't know football at all.
At all. She has no idea what she's even watching. She's sitting there looking at it going, "Oh, this is interesting. This
well,
is
maybe to keep
wonderful."
Travis Kelsey up for Christmas Eve, and he'll get a miraculous groin injury from the night before, so he won't be at 100% when we play him.
Hey, let's be realistic. We hate Taylor Swift, but hey, his game's been off ever since she came in. So
Yeah,
maybe, hey, she's annoying, but hey, she's helping us.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Maybe she's like, don't they say that about the Kardashians? Like when the Kardashians get with the athletes, like the athletes' performance goes down, something like that.
Man, the
Yep.
only thing the NFL is buying all this shit up because they want all these new people who've never watched football before to come in here and be able to talk about it and watch it and embrace it and buy their merchandise. Just like that fucking stupid ass San Diego fan or Charger fan, San Diego, so LA Charger fan who was a Minnesota Vikings fan and they caught her online. And motherfucking Pat McAfee over there talking shit. The internet does what the internet does. What? Tell the truth? Stupid motherfucker. You should have known we were going to find it. You know, so I mean, like, come on, man. Like, give me a damn break. At least we're not a bunch of posers. We might not be on the fucking camera every damn Sunday, but we're not a bunch of posers.
Yo,
They don't just
critique.
have to go and pick us out somewhere. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
critique.
So
Yo, critique. I knew
what you got?
that was fake because there's no way that a Charger fan is that passionate.
Yeah.
Right.
She was way too animated. When I saw her, man, and she was over there doing her thing, bro, the only thing I was hoping for is that somebody would hit her with a water balloon. She's like,
Oh my
hit that
God.
bitch with a water balloon.
With vinegar in it, maybe burn her eyeballs.
Hey guys, you know what actually like really bothered me though from Mahomes' comments following that one loss that they had with the I'm not sure, yeah, it was with the Bills when he was talking about the refs and he was basically saying, "Hey, I don't want the refs deciding the outcome of games." How many times have we seen the pro Chiefs refs crowd? And I don't want
said
that I don't want that on Christmas Day, right? Like how many times have we seen that? All those calls going in favor of the Chiefs. Go ahead, critique.
That's exactly what he's saying. That's exactly what he's calling out for. You know, that's exactly why he said it. Because he wants the Tom Brady treatment. If you look at him wrong, throw a flag. God, we better not get
when he
none of
said that, I
We-
was thinking, honestly, did your owner did the Hunt family not pay their bill to the refs? Because I said it earlier, Al's Ghost, but the refs pushed the Chiefs through the playoffs last year and to a Super Bowl victory, and the year before as well. So, you know, I mean, for that dude to be crying about it, man, when he's gotten so many calls to go his way, the new poster boy of the NFL. It's he's a chump as far as I'm concerned. I don't care how good everybody thinks he is or he actually is. You know, eventually that ankle is going to give him issues that he keeps hurting every year. We just got to hit it. We just got to hit that ankle a little harder, and it's going to give.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
sure, man.
any last things you guys want to say? I do want to say, Israel, man, dude, it's a pleasure having you on. If you guys tuned in late, you know, Israel is Fargo Raiders' cousin. We did have a GoFundMe up here that we're trying to promote. So if you guys could, you find it in your heart. I know it's Christmas time. It's a rough time for everybody. But whether it's $5-10, you can do more. You know, then, you know, do whatever you can. But whether it's today or when you get paid, if you guys could just find in your heart to try to help his family. If you guys didn't see, he's got 3 beautiful boys as well. This is something that you know, I've never asked for any money on my YouTube channel in the entire since 2018 I've been doing this. So and this wouldn't go to me. This is going to go to their family. Got a direct GoFundMe page. But if you guys can do something in your heart, whether it's now or after Christmas, to try to help them out, it would go a long way. And Israel, man, thanks for coming on, dude. It was awesome to have you on here and chop it up. You know, we don't always have big group shows. I used to, you know, years ago before the virus and all that, we'd have big group shows. But, it's just an awesome family over here. You know what I mean? Where when we're able to get people together, we just chop it up, talk some Raiders, and it's just like like a big family over here. But much love to you, bro, for coming on here, sharing some great memories, that you've had with your cousin, Fargo Raider. He'll be missed by me and the Raider Nation Radio and those that call in and listen. And I know you're saying, you're busy. A lot of times, man, I'll just put on the Raider Nation Radio app through my phone because you get the Raider app, and then you hit the radio button. I'll just put in my earplugs because of the kind of work I do. I'm able to wear earplugs. Not everybody is, but and I'll just wear earplugs, man. If I get a chance to call in, sometimes I will, but and just give like 1 to 2 minute spiel. But I'm kind of with you there, where I'm busy a lot. A lot of times I don't get a chance, but that's why earplugs work, or earbuds work for me. But again, dude, I just want to thank you enough for coming on here. And I know it's not much, but I just wanted to let you know as well, dude, that even if we didn't meet each other in person ever or something like that, that you're now part of our family. Beyond just the Raider Nation, dude. But you're welcome on here anytime. And anything we can do to help you out, dude, just let us know. I'll do whatever I can, man.
Honestly, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you guys, everybody who's been here supporting my cousin. I could tell he was loved by a lot of you guys. Like, honestly, there's no words I could say. There's nothing I could do but just be thankful for everything you guys have done. Because he's gone, but his legacy will always lived on with me, his kids, and it's obviously the Raider Nation is never gonna forget him. And
Amen. And
I hope.
and you're good at this too. I know you love the Raiders, but like you're actually pretty good at this, man. So you know what I mean? If maybe we can get you on down the road as well, man, and keep that family vibe going, bro.
And then I have a lot of memorabilia of the Raiders, so I'm gonna get in contact with you. I'm gonna see what I could send you, and maybe we could do another raffle for something. I'll go through my stuff, see what player jersey, balls, or anything. I have a lot of stuff, and just whatever you guys could help. Highly appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me know. You got my number, and my homie Jimmy Guns, he has his own. A lot of guys on here have their own YouTube channel. Like Raider Critique has his own channel. Raph has his own channel. I don't think Al's Ghost does, but my homie Jimmy Guns, he does like card collecting and memorabilia stuff. So I was already talking to him, and he's a Raiders fan. But he gets other people on his channel that are
You know
non-Raider
what?
fans.
What
And
I'm gonna do? I'm a sneakerhead. I don't know if you guys sneakerheads. I have
okay.
I have like 300. I have like 400 pairs of shoes. I sell sneakers. I'm a reseller, so I'm gonna send you a pair of
Nice.
sneakers. I'm gonna send you a pair of sneakers, just for everything you've done for me, bro.
Oh, you ain't
What?
gotta
What?
do that, man. But
Oh, bro, trust me. I got so many sneakers. What's your size?
I'm a smaller guy. I'm like 8.5 or 9s. But
You know what I got in there? I'm gonna send you the Jubilees, the Jubilees 11s. They're black and white and silver.
oh,
Perfect.
sick, man. Wow, dude.
Perfect, bro.
Thank you, man. You didn't have to do that, but yeah, anything we can do, I really appreciate that. And I just hope, man, like I don't know, like I said earlier, dude, I don't want to overstep my bounds, but I just think of those 3 little boys, man, and I just like it just breaks my heart, dude, that they're not gonna have their father there on Christmas. And I just hope someone in that, I'm sure you guys got a good family and stuff, but I just hope somebody gives us some love. So, I lost my dad when I was pretty young, so I know that feeling, dude, and I wasn't as young as they were, not even close. So, you know,
We feel that hardcore. Hey, dude, we feel that, dude. Just if I could step in here, dude, like life is crazy, dude. Ups and downs every year, and I think towards the end of every year, like I try to get reflective and reflect on the prior year, and not everything goes perfect, right? Not everything has gone perfect for me this year, but something that I found strength in was like this, this Raider Nation, right? Which is really like a family, and talking to you hardcore, talking to you critique, listening to you guys. I may not tap in all the time, but talking Raiders, bullshitting what's happening with the team. That's my escape, and so I'm grateful for you guys in Israel. I'm sorry about your loss, bro, but Raider Nation is here for you, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
we're a big dysfunctional, fucked up family, but at the end of the day, we have each other's back. You know what I mean? Those are the real ones that do, and we'll fucking ride or die, for each other as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah.
like I got a small following. I don't need a big following, but because that small following means we have a good family over here. A lot of times we'll have a little bit more interaction than tonight, but I haven't done a live show in a minute. But if you're able to participate and like come on here again, you'll see, man, we got a good crew over here. And this is like, to me, like Alsgo said, this is like my family, bro. Like straight up, man. This is my therapy. My release is the Raiders, and that means a lot to me. So
Yeah. I gotta tell you for this, hardcore. I mean, that whole year was a roller coaster to me because in July I just lost my guardian angel, which is my grandfather Raphael, from COVID-19. Then it really sucks. It really
sorry, bro.
hurts my soul, and I just feel like the same. But it's part of my family. And then I was getting realized that that was just like the biggest important thing in my life, and I was not getting well. And after I just feeling that tragic news of my grandfather dies, I was feeling like, I don't know, feel like anything. It's very complicated because I know they have hard times and all these stuff right now, but I was trying to do like one of my best. And at this point right now, I just even though that I just have a great talent. I mean, my whole channel has been growing up after all these stuffs in my life. I mean, I had some great interviews, some great streams. Even though that I just having a tough moment in my life because I just lost something very important in my life. And I feel you're the same. I'm hardcore raider because losing self and family, it really hurts. Because I just lost one of my grandfathers who gave me the opportunity to see the bright life. He was one of those great partners, a great important, a great important grandfather in my family. We just hanging out, and I just miss him every day. Every day, what I just praying to God that I say every day I miss him because I miss his smile. I miss everything because he was just like a friend to me. And no matter what happens, he was still there in my heart. And I just want to tell you that to thank you guys for supporting everything. And I know this being like at a short stream right now, but I just wanted to tell you that salute to El Capitan Rafael. And I know this whole year 2023 is very difficult to me. You know about that because I've been through it. And no matter what happens, I'm still representing for my whole nation because this is the motherfucking nation. And no matter what happens, win or lose, better nation till I die. And this one is dedicated to my grandfather, also to your friend. Also, we just wanted to dedicate something to prove that we are not a joke. We're just a nation, part of the world right now because we represent any countries in the world, no matter what happens, because this is the Raider nation. So don't don't fuck with us, all right? And I will tell you this something. Cheers fans. I know you're looking at me. Pull on full camera, all right? Pull on full camera. I see you there, Chiefs fans. Because after we just beat the Chargers in the ring bench game, we're gonna beat the fuck out, Chiefs. Because no matter what happens, we're gonna fuck you up. And then in a corner, you better get ready. Hit the gas pedal and destroy Patrick Mahomes as known as Kermit the Frog on Sesame Street. Break the legs right now. Break the bones because we want to be aggressive. And I'm not gonna lie, because it's gonna be like a bloodbath. So salute to everybody else in the chat, everybody on the panel, Hardcore Raider, the Raider Critique, also to my brothers. I will do a show tomorrow night between the Raiders versus Chiefs on Christmas. And I will tell you this. Half it. I know you're watching us, even lurking us. You think this is funny? You think you're gonna win against us? Not this time. Not this time. So I'm gonna tell you this one. Chiefs ain't shit. Because we're about to beat the fucked up. We're the nation, motherfuckers. So salute to y'all. I will see you there tomorrow night on my channel, Rafael Chessing, as known as Capitan Rafucho. And I will see you there. Just like what it said to say. We're the nations, bitch.
Much love. Thanks, bro. All right. Why don't you close this out? Raider critique and then Israel. We'll wrap it up here.
Hey, man, I'm real sorry, really. And I hope that we can actually help out and do as much as we can, Raider Nation, because I know how much of a family we actually really are. I'm one of the original Raider Nation YouTubers out here. I've been out here since 2009. Don't have a real huge following, but everyone pretty much knows who I am, and pretty much everyone knows what I stand for. You know, guys, he was one of us, and he's got 3 boys that he leaves behind. I mean, put yourself in this man's shoes. This man is now taking on a responsibility that he never thought that he was actually going to have to be able to take care of. But because he's a real man and because he's a real family man, a real brother, he's going to be able to do that. And I think that we need to show him exactly how much of a family we really are and help him be able to achieve that goal. So please go over to the GoFundMe, man. And if you can, just as little as you may possibly be able to spare. Please, funerals cost a lot. You know what I mean? Things and these things are not getting any cheaper. I mean, it's really sad that this is what we all have to go through, but at least let's be a bright spot in one of our brothers and our family's eyes in a tragic time. And I know that, you all might not know this man, but I can tell you this. He was very amusing. He was one of the greatest people to listen to when they would actually call in for the Raider Nation radio and even on Locked On, because he would call in there a few times as well. We've seen him in our chats. He's come and hung out with us before, and he's been nothing but respectful and all about the nation. The guy is definitely one of us. And we definitely need to do this for family. But you can always find me right here on YouTube at The Raider Critique, man. I'm out of here. Thank you, Hardcore. And thank you, brother, for even coming in here and telling us about our fallen brother. Because, without you, man, we may, without the outstanding reach that he had, we may have never known that he passed away.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just want to thank all you guys. Like I said, I understand we're in the holidays. Like I told you guys from day one, that was my brother. I'm gonna pay for everything. So whatever you guys donate, I'm gonna give to his kids. I really am, because at the end of the day, money comes and goes. I'm gonna be here
That's
for his
right.
kids. I'm gonna be here for his kids. You guys were there for him. You guys were his Raider family. Now I feel kind of part of you guys now. Hey, you're a Raider fan. Hey, how many Raider fans out there? And when we're hardcore motherfuckers. We know. Hey, you guys don't fuck with us. Hey, we bleed this, and hey, people think being a Raider fan is just being a sports fan. Nah, this is more than fucking a sports fan. Like
It's a lot
this
more than just
motherfucker,
putting on colors, bro.
bro, they
It's a
don't
lot
fucking
more
realize
than
that.
that.
They don't realize that shit. Like, fuck, that's one thing I miss, man. Like, not trying to talk shit about Vegas or anything, but when you walked into the fucking Oakland Coliseum,
Right, yeah.
Raider,
Yeah.
But see, that's our
and
job, bro. We
you
gotta
walked in
teach
there,
them.
you like, our enemies feared us because they knew where they were walking into. And honestly, I just want to be thankful for all you guys for reaching out, the whole Raider Nation. I appreciate everything you guys have done for my cousin. He would have loved this. He loved you guys. I know he did, because he talked about you guys all the time. all the times, and I appreciate you guys reaching out to me. And and I understand it's difficult times. Just I really don't care about the money, and if you guys can support, I fully understand. Pray, just pray for him and his boys, keep him in his prayers, and God bless you guys.
Hey man, dude, you got a brother for life right here, man. Anytime you need something, man, you got my digits,
Absolutely, bro.
and
Right here too.
you know what I mean. I don't say that lightly, dude. So, took a lot of guts for you to come on here, and it means a lot to me. And I hope we have an ongoing relationship, friendship, with us and the other Raider Nation family as times go on. I didn't want to miss Dizzy Gunner. Appreciate you. Sorry I didn't get a chance to get to it earlier. Trying not to interrupt people, and I get rambling a little bit. But yeah, guys. Hey, Christmas Day. Either we're gonna be really mad and have our Christmas ruined, or we're gonna be really happy. It's gonna be the best Christmas ever. So let's go beat these Chiefs. Let's go Raiders.
Let's go.
That's right. I'm Hardcore Raider. This is Raider Critique. We had Al's Ghost in here. And then,
Salute.
of course, Israel. Al's Ghost, any closing words you want to say?
Just support to Israel's family. Tough situation, but I'll leave you guys with two sayings. One is you got to have a test to have a testimony. The second is pressure makes
Amen.
diamonds. You'll get through this, man. Don't worry about it. Just take it day by day, hour by hour. You'll be all right. Prayers up.
Thank you.
Raider Nation for life, in this life and the next, to the better place called home. All right, guys.
Al's
Guess what,
Ghost.
man? There's only one nation. That's Raider Nation.
Raider Nation.
Al's Ghost, you need to come hang out more, man. Stop being a fucking stranger.
I'm a ghost critique. I'm here sometimes. Sometimes I'm not. But yeah, we got to tap in, dude. We got to tap in.
Yeah, man. We definitely need to tap in. You need to stop being all sporadic and shit. Just show up.
I do, man. I do
All right.
for sure. All right. See you guys.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Much love. Later.